Okay, Rabotai, listen up. Pirkei Avot, we're up to such a yesod in life. Pirkei Avot, first page, we'll continue Mishnah. Hey, listen what he says, the yesod in life. Yossi ben Yochanan Ish Yerushalayim Omer. He says, notice, it says Yossi ben Yochanan Ish Yerushalayim. He's from Jerusalem. Now, why is it so important that the Mishnah says that where he was from, Ish Yerushalayim? The person from Jerusalem. Hajo, he writes like this. Yehi betecha patuach l'rbecha. Make your house open. Make your house open. You listening, Felix? Make your house open. L'rbecha. Open wide. V'yu aniyim b'nei betecha. Ve'al tarbeh sicha im ha'isha. Be'ishto amru, they speak about the wife. Don't hacky, don't talk too much. There's the wife, even your own wife. For sure on another person's wife. You hear what's going on? Now I have to explain, we have to explain this Mishnah. Eli, listen. Explanation is, he was from Jerusalem. How many times a year do they go up to Jerusalem?
3 times.
Everyone has to go. Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot. They have to. Shalosh regalim yireh kol zochrat pnei Hashem Elokecha. B'Hag HaSukkot, Chag Masot Hag U'Shmot HaSukkot. Lo yireh pnei Rekam, the pasuk says, right? So they go 3 times a year. So where do they stay? Everybody, what? They want the respect and honor. So they might invite who? The rich and the famous. But what about the poor? So therefore, Yossi ben Yochanan says, the Ish Yerushalayim, that he lived in Jerusalem, he saw all these people coming up and he's telling the people, Rabotai, don't forget the poor people, let them in. Have them in your house, in your household. Let them be part. HaKadosh Baruch Hu's children. Treat them with respect. And notice what it says. It says, Yehi betecha patuach l'rbacha. Your house will be wide open. Let me explain. Let me explain to you guys something about charity. You listening? Joe, very careful. Listen, Eli, Mike, Sma. He says, when a person is giving charity, tzedakah, it's like a person takes a seed. You have seeds, right? You have apple seeds, you have this, you have that. And you put it in the ground. So technically speaking, you lost your seeds. But you know that these apple seeds that I lost in the ground, it's not a loss. Why? Because it's going to grow into a huge tree and you're going to produce apples from them. You're going to have much, much more. Rabotai, the same thing is with giving tzedakah, giving charity. When a person gives tzedakah, he feels that it's lost. He feels that it's gone. Where's my money? But if you understand what charity is, you understand what tzedakah is, you just planted seeds in the ground that after 120, when you get to Shamayim, they're going to be planting a huge tree from the money that you gave. Look, boom. Look what you gave. Look what you got. What an investment. What's the biggest investment? Tzedakah is the biggest investment. Rabbi Tarfon was so wealthy. His Rabbi was Rabbi Akiva. He was so tremendous. His wealth was beyond. He puts Amazon in his pocket. 100 billion. 100 billion. And one time, he went ahead, Rabbi Tarfon, and he gave a lot of money to Rabbi Akiva, his Rebbe. Rabbi, take it, invest it for me. Invest it for me. And all of a sudden, he says, I'll be back in like a few months. He comes back in a few months later. A few months later, so he's looking, where's my investment? Where's my investment? So Rabbi Akiva, you know what he did with the money? He felt that Rabbi Tarfon, even though of course Rabbi Tarfon was giving loads of money, he felt maybe he should give even more than he's giving. He felt he was giving even more. So what Rabbi Akiva did, he invested, he put his money where? He gave it to yeshivot, to poor people, to this, to that, to that, to that. He invested all to different places in need. So Rabbi Tavon came back and said, where's my money? What'd you buy? Where's my building? Where's my building that you invested in? Says, the building, you can't see the building, but you'll see after 120 the building that I invested for you. You know what's going on over here? You know what's going on? He invested in something that nobody can ever take away. The building can't break. Therefore, you have to understand what he's saying is, not only that, you want your house to be full. When you invest into that guy, in this world you get beracha. And that's why the Mishnah is saying, Yeheh betecha patuach lirbacha. Let your house be open wide. You know how it's going to be open wide? You know how you're going to have so much money in your life? Because because you invited the poor people to have to enjoy. You got them achnasat ochim. A person needs a house, a place to stay. He's starting to keep Shabbat, doesn't know anything about religion. Upon you bring him in, Hashem says, I love that. I'm going to invest in you more because I see you investing in my children. I'll invest in you more. And I'll give you more to continue doing your charitable works. You hear what's going on? You hear what the Mishnah is saying? It's beautiful. B'jannah Mishnah. Felix, yeah. That's what he's saying. Then what does it say? Teddy, what does it say over here? It says, Va'al tarbeh sikha im ha'isha. All of a sudden it starts speaking about women over here. What connection does it have to do with inviting poor people to your house? Oh, and don't talk with the woman. And what does it say? Your own wife is telling you, don't haki balash too much. What connection does it have to be with poor people? What are you talking about? So I'll tell you the answer. The answer is that a person, when he invites poor people, sometimes he'll invite a poor people comes with his wife. So now a person might feel comfortable. And all of a sudden the poor man invites his wife, he comes with his wife, and the host, you start talking to the poor man, and he start talking about to the poor man's wife. So what is it saying over here? Be careful, Dir Balak, be careful. Don't get too close. Don't start talking to the people that you haki balash to the wife now. She's not your wife. Because what does it say? Even on your own wife, be careful. You know why be careful on your own wife? Because when you're careful with your own wife, you're not going to talk to this person's wife, right? Correct? Yes or no? And then he writes, so therefore be careful. Then he writes, Bishto Amru. Because now the surroundings, one second, I'm explaining to you, Joe. The surroundings of the table becomes what? Becomes, if I don't talk to my wife, that means I'm showing the way it is right now on the table. I'm not talking to her. That means, if I'm, not too much, of course, you can tell the best to this, best to that. Of course, but you're setting this, the Al-Sheikh brings down, the Al-Sheikh says that you're setting the table in a standard where the wives and the people on the table, you invite a few couples, they're not going to talk to his wife, and his wife's not going to talk to that wife, you understand? Because you're setting the tone where I'm not even talking to my wife. Now you're my guest, you're going to talk to the other person's wife? You understand, Eli? You understood it or no? And that's why he's saying, the rabbi says, anytime you're talking too much to the wife, why? Because sometimes when he talks, it can lead to other things not proper. There's the lesson that the Mishnah is teaching us. Invest well. Invest your money well with the tzedakah, and you'll be planting a tree. You don't see the seeds. Where's my seeds? They're gone. My money is gone. But in reality, you got a huge tree that's going to continue growing, and your parnasah is going to grow in this world and in the next. Amen.